I'm eating ice cream cake.
It's always a good thing.
Is it?
How is it not?
I don't know. I feel like a cake shouldn't be ice cream.
Why?
Ice cream, I'll allow a sandwich. Those are good. But a cake, there's a special place for like a baked good, you know?
There's many other baked goods that are better than cake, though. Like, cake isn't that great.
Fat kid love cake, though.
Right. I mean, cake, it's hard to go wrong with cake.
I'm gonna leave all this in. We're gonna casually talk about cake while
That's
I introduce this show. Welcome to DRULcast 152. Oh, 153. Sorry. There's cake in the mind, as you've already heard.
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
Oh, I'm at True Oz. That's at J Spin. Hi.
Hi. The whole thing was very informal.
What do you mean? You were just gonna go for it, or?
No, why is there a Rocket League guide? What is it posted? What is this?
Oh, that's a great post, by the way. There needs to be a guide.
But I mean, the game's been out for like a year.
I love your segue. And
well, I don't know. I was scrolling through news just to see. Because honestly, neither of us have played any games in the last week, pretty much.
Well,
I mean, anything new.
That's not true.
You played Rocket League.
I did play something new, but it's not a video game.
Random stuff. Yeah, and I don't think I played anything. I ended up seeing Suicide Squad twice. That was my entertainment.
You saw it
for
twice?
the week. Yeah.
Wow, you got me beat. So
Why?
okay, we'll kick it off with that then.
Well, we can't really talk about the movie.
No. My experience of something else that happened.
Okay. You putting a cake down, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I had to put it down. This is serious. I should probably sip my tea.
It might melt.
It's already melting. So,
okay.
Anyways, it's really hot out. It's really nice out. Yeah, Starbucks.
Why are you drinking tea?
Well, passion fruit tea lemonade, man. I went full white girl today. Tivana,
you went real Becky on that. Yeah.
I went real Becky on this tea, man. You know, sometimes it's not Becky with the good hair, but still, it's not Mark. I call Mark Becky with the good hair. I can't wait to have him on the show, and that's Mark Vaughn, not Mark the writer. Give me 2 seconds. This is the most informal podcast ever. All right.
Yeah.
So, T-Mobile Tuesdays, right? You get so this past Tuesday was Suicide Squad. For those unaware,
right.
Explain T-Mobile Tuesday.
Well, if you have T-Mobile as a carrier, at least in the U.S., I don't know if they do this promotion outside of U.S. or not, but if you do, every Tuesday they give you some free things. Some like staples. The most common things you're gonna find is a free Frosty from
Wendy's.
Frosty from Wendy's. Yeah. For a long time they did Voodoo. That free movie rental on Vudu, which is my favorite thing. If
Making
they
a comeback this Tuesday?
Which it is, yeah. If they did that, like 2 of those every week, I wouldn't care about anything else.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
Yeah. Anyways, long story short, this last Tuesday, they had a free ticket, quote unquote free ticket, for Suicide Squad.
Why,
but it was only valid on Friday.
Opening day.
Yeah, on the day it came out. Quote unquote, because it's a $13 value. So when my ticket to Sinopolis was $26.
Wait, why was it? Oh, okay.
It's $13 credit for towards the movie ticket for that movie on that day on the day it came out Friday.
Yeah.
Day. Yeah.
So, okay.
Right.
So here's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyways, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's what happened on my side of things. I redeemed the Fandango. It was through Fandango, by the way.
Correct.
So I redeemed it on T-Mobile's app, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Let me, hold on to this. Let me make sure that, I had already seen an advanced screening of the movie, so it's not like it was a urgent thing for me to go on Friday to watch the movie, right? But I did want to go watch it again. Okay. So my boy from work, he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." He's like, "There's a showing at 2:20. Let's go to that one."
Yeah.
Get off work a little early. It's a Friday. We're like, all right, yeah, cool. So Wednesday, I go to redeem it because I had already redeemed it. So I go to redeem it on Fandango. And it's like, oh, this code's expired. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you're going to do it, commit.
Well, that's the thing with most of the stuff on T-Mobile Tuesdays. You basically have a day to use it. And even like voodoo codes, if you don't redeem your
you
$5
have until
credit,
5 a.m. the next day, basically.
Right,
Well, 5
yeah.
a.m. Eastern time. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
And it's the same with a lot of things. Same with the Frosty one day at Domino's Pizza. It was the same idea. You pretty much had to do it that night or that day.
I wish they brought back that deal.
Domino's?
Mm-hmm.
I got this really cool thing from going to the movie on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So I went Thursday because it was Tuesday and I was redeeming my thing for Friday.
Yeah.
And I asked my coworker, I'm like, hey, you want to go see it? He's like, yeah, but I can't go Friday. Is there anything Thursday? And I looked. And I was like, yeah, there's Thursday, not till like 9 o'clock,
So you contributed to the, I think it was 32 million.
Yeah.
On Thursday alone. Never mind the weekend.
Right.
Anyways,
so yeah, we went Thursday, and going on Thursday, I don't know, do you guys have Regal Cinemas out there?
Yeah. Actually, that's where I saw my screening.
Okay, yeah. So Regal owns like a few different chains. Like one
it's
of them
big
is Edwards. Yeah, they're pretty big.
Oh wow, okay.
Decent size. Yeah. Well,
They're
we used to have Edwards. I don't know if you guys have Edwards.
Definitely no Edwards. No.
Okay, so Regal bought Edwards basically. So a lot of them are still called Edwards, but I don't know. They're like Regal also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always like your Regal Club Rewards card. That's what you use at an Edwards theater. But it's still like, but it's more Regal than Edwards. But the name on the building says Edwards. It's stupid. They should just change it.
Just change it over. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, they give you
if your rewards program says
they give you yeah. They give you a commemorative ticket. That's cool. I didn't know it was like the first 500 people. So I'm like, oh, we're going at 9 p.m. like 9:45 p.m. Like 500 people are definitely going to be way through there by the time we get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have ticket number 327 of 500. It's cool. It's like this plastic, I guess you could call it.
Laminate.
Like laminate, big plastic laminate ticket. And it's cool. I have number 327, and it's on my Twitter if you want to see it. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, send me a picture. I do want to.
Well, it's on Twitter. Just go on my Twitter.
I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely. So,
I tweeted it, yeah.
So you went to a Regal?
Yeah.
Okay, did you get...
Edwards.
Okay, so you didn't... Oh, man, that sucks. So Regal was actually giving away little Jared Leto Joker keychains, like little miniature ones.
It must be different here. Like, this is what they're giving away.
So they're doing laminates over there, and over here they were doing the other thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, I wasn't in a hurry to watch it because I had already seen it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a free ticket. I want to,
exactly. That's why I went a second time. Yeah, I was like, why not?
And it got to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking go and like buy a ticket. Like I might as well. You know? I thought it was such a good movie. I'm not gonna get not a great movie, but not as bad as all the reviews are making it out to be. I
haven't read the reviews, so I don't. I know people are like hating on it, but I haven't read the reviews to see why.
Did you like it? Yes or no?
It's entertaining. Okay. Could it have been better? Yeah, it could have been a lot better.
So can many other movies.
There's a lot of things that could have happened in this whole thing. Like they just try to cram too many things into one movie. Like it should be like, so Marvel, they kind of figured out the formula years ago. It was like, make independent character movies, like make your Iron Man movie, make whatever. So well. Right, and whatever. And it was like, it was the first time we met Deadshot. It's the first time we met Harley Quinn. It's the first time we met like all the other characters.
Pyro or whatever. Diablo, like all these characters. No, I 100% understand that.
So I mean, it was tough for them to
introduce.
Really, not just that. Like when you had a standalone or two standalone Iron Man movies, I think it was before even the Avengers came out.
The first Avengers, yeah. And I think there was an Iron Man too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, at least two. I think two Iron Man movies came out before Avengers came out. And all the other ones up to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It allowed the actors also to really embody the character. Like they didn't have to share time with anybody else. That movie was about them.
It's so specific.
So like Robert Downey Jr. was really able to like focus on the character and like know what you need to do to play this character in order to lead an entire movie. So by the time like Marvel got to the Avengers, all these characters already had pretty much their own spotlight. These actors already knew how to play these characters and what fans liked about it, and like how to do that. And it's like here, everyone's sharing screen time,
Yeah.
And
So when you go into this one, you're like, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Oh, what is this person doing? As opposed to you already having, because you've seen the other ones,
right,
which
also,
in theory you've seen. Even if you skip maybe one or two, you at least know of the other characters, so you'll kind of fill in the blanks. As opposed to this, it's more of a like what the fuck is going on, and
I guess
all
I
in
don't
one.
know. It made sense. I mean, the only character I didn't know was Enchantress, but it seemed like if I had read the comics, I would have. You know,
but that's the thing. Like, do you want to go and feel that way when you're watching a movie? Like, you don't want to go. Oh, it's hard to word. Basically, you don't want to have that back knowledge. As a director, I think you should introduce them all in a way that you shouldn't have to read the comics. You shouldn't have to have back knowledge of anything.
But I mean, that was the only. But I mean, there wasn't much to know. I mean, they explained that. I was fine. I was like, okay, cool. I understood the characters. I knew the characters. It was just like, you know, the actors had never played those characters before. Yeah. And it's like if they had a whole film dedicated to just them, it takes a lot more for them to carry a movie than them sharing time, because it's like, oh, this scene's focused on Harley Quinn and this one's focused on whoever, you know, whatever. And it's like, but if they had a whole movie where they would, the focus was just them, I think they would be able to portray the character better. You know, like Will Smith is actually a pretty good Deadshot, and I mean, this isn't gonna spoil anything. There's a scene that explains who Deadshot is. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, but that scene I felt went really well. I was like, whoa, I love to see a whole movie about that. Like, let's just focus on this for now. You know what I mean? And it's in the first 10 minutes.
Just him alone.
Yeah, exactly. Just a Deadshot movie, and I feel like DC should kind of go backwards. They should delay like Justice League. They should delay all the other group movies, and now go backwards and explain these characters.
Just
like
go
give Deadshot his own movie. Yeah, I mean, and then put it together with Justice League.
I think.
I mean, they have Wonder Woman coming out by herself. You know. So.
Yeah, so they're already like on that track. You know.
Right.
But I feel like they just needed a big push after Batman vs Superman, but this definitely wasn't it. Like, I think this is another step back for them, which really
a step back. It's spinning the wheels though, you know.
Sure, because if you get independent movies from each one after this, I think that could still work.
Right. Because
it probably won't be as impactful, but I'd still watch it.
Yeah, so one of the things, actually, buying your ticket on Fandango, I don't know if it was for Friday also, but it was definitely for Thursday. They gave me a code for like the actual comic books of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So, like, I redeemed it today, and it was funny because I was looking through Comixology a few days ago, and it was like, oh, all Suicide Squad things are on sale, and I've never once before wanted to go back and actually read the comics, you know? But this time I was like, okay, if people are saying like this movie's wrong or whatever, it's like I want to go back and read these comics
see why,
and see why people are thinking that. Is it just people didn't like the movie? Do they even know the comics? You know what I mean? So I was really excited when I redeemed that code today, and it was like Suicide Squad like 1 or whatever from 1987. So I was like, oh, sick! This is really what I'm excited, you know. And there was a few other ones. There was 3 different series, like 3 different Suicide Squad series that they gave me. So I'm pretty excited to actually go through those and read them and see, you know, see what the tone of all that is and compare it to the tone of the movie and see how it just like stacks up against each other, you know?
Yeah, that would be good, man. Report back. Let me know. Because, I did notice that, but obviously I just told you my Fandango experience.
Right. And you were screening on before that, so...
I chose my seat. I'm like, word, like, this is going to be so perfect.
I've learned the hard way with T-Mobile Tuesdays, bro. You just got to finish it. That day. I've lost a couple voodoo codes for that reason, too.
I know. I got mad at you for that, too. Yeah. I missed up a couple myself.
Yeah, for that reason. So it's like, you just got to do it. You got to take the 5 minutes and just do it. But yeah, you should definitely... Are you VIP on Fandango?
You just make an account, right? It's free.
I think so. Yeah. But I mean, so like for Star Trek, unfortunately my friend bought the tickets and he didn't buy them through, like, he didn't have a Fandango account, I guess. Because like he bought.
You can exchange it, right?
What do you mean? Yeah, you can exchange VIP. Yeah. That's pretty sick. But the thing was, amazing. Yeah, the thing was, they give you like the last Star Trek movie on Fandango now when you buy tickets for Star Trek Beyond.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah. And that movie, though, I don't know if you know this, but Fandango now is an Ultraviolet retailer. It's a front end for Ultraviolet.
So the code should, in theory, work with Voodoo.
Yeah. So when I got Batman vs Superman like super cheap from like a Comic-Con code, I got it through Fandango now.
I gotta watch that again.
But it's on our shared. Oz and I share a Voodoo library, Ultraviolet library, basically. But we're linked through Voodoo, but you still got,
the Star Trek.
No, Batman vs Superman, because I got that on Fandango now. It was a code for Fandango now.
Oh, okay. And then your friend bought the other. Okay, I see what you're trying to get at.
What I'm saying is, so like from now on, if we go to a movie and say you go see whatever, and you get a free copy of a previous movie on Fandango now, redeem it because it's going to go on to Ultraviolet, which is going to be cool. It's going to be on Voodoo and everything else. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So definitely.
So earlier you mentioned a guide to Rocket League.
Right, I was just going through here and all of a sudden there's a guide.
It's much needed.
Guide? But it's a year. When did the game come out?
Well, I think so. It's a compiled
last August,
list.
Maybe?
It's a compiled list. It came out a while ago for PC.
July 7th, 2015.
PC?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's a compiled list of different posts throughout the year.
Okay.
So that's why the post is relevant. It's not relevant, but that's why the post is finally. It just took everything and kind of put it all together. Like, hey, here's where you can find everything.
Okay.
But I realize something. I've been playing a lot. Like, it's probably still my most favorite game to date. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even like racing games or anything like that, but there's just something so satisfying about Rocket League, and it makes no sense whatsoever, but I think the competitive nature of it, which I've said time and time again with Call of Duty, but I think it's just that, right? But then today, for example, they announced a Rumble mode, which basically turns the game into, like, just a crazy version of Rocket League mixed with... I want to say Mario Kart, but not really. Mm-hmm. Like, you're flying around and you get items, and there's you get a boot, and once you're up in the air and there's another car up in the air and you're both going for the ball, you can use your item and it'll boot the car that's next to you out of the way. Like,
nice.
There's like a spike. Your car turns into spikes, and if it touches the ball, it gets stuck to your car. So when you're rolling through, you can literally just ride right into the goal. There's a tornado that you can call, and it just goes throughout. It goes on the map, and it brings the ball up in the air, and you gotta hit an aerial. And there's a whole bunch of different items that they added on. It's gonna be a specific play mode, like a specific playlist or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, they added hoops. I don't know if you saw that a while ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they added hoops. Now they're adding this new game type called Rumble, and the game, like, it's forever changing. It's always adding new things that reignites my love for this game. At the core of it all, the main reason I love it is for the ranked gameplay. Mm-hmm. But when you get that breath of that fresh air, like that game mode is gonna do what hoops did. I played hoops for a week. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to competitive because it was fun. Thank you. But this is what I love. So yeah, no, it's coming out in September. The trailer was released today. Go check it out. But yeah, there definitely is a guide needed. There's certain maneuvers, like when you're flying and when you played it, right?
Yeah.
Very, not for long. I think you only played it for a couple minutes, right?
Yeah, it was during like a free weekend. I think it was free weekend, right? On Xbox.
Yeah,
and then I only had, 30 minutes, and I was like, I better play this now, because if I don't, the weekend's gonna be over, and pretty much that's what happened. That was all the time I had to play it.
There's just certain things, like, you gotta change your camera angles. There's like certain things that you gotta tweak in order to get a good line of sight and things like that when playing this game. And the guides, I mean, although they don't help, it's definitely something that you kind of have to pick up and learn, there's the button layout for the game is also like the default layout isn't all that great. So there's like all these little things that you tweak and you relearn the game that way because it just makes much more sense. When you're going up in the air, you're doing aerials and whatnot. Like you got to angle your car in a perfect way in order to hit it so that whatever corner of your car hits the ball at an angle to get a shot on goal. Like all of that is you have to like. You can't just read a guide and like learn that, but if you see a video or something like that and or you just do it yourself and try to teach yourself how to do it, it's the only way you're gonna get it done, you know. But there's just so many different little things that if people didn't tell you about them, you would never figure out. So that's why I think that there definitely is a need for a guide, but how helpful that guide is completely up to you and how you play the game, because you can read it, it doesn't mean you're gonna do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of Rocket League, this past weekend was the Rocket League Championship Series. Not gonna go through it. Basically, so here's how I learned how to play. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I'm great or anything like that. I think I'm above average when it comes to playing this game, but I learned watching two people on YouTube, and that's Kernobi and Mike Rules. Those two guys are amazing, right? And then I've known about these two guys for just a couple of months now. And then fast forward to today, we're recording on a Sunday, and the finals were today for the championship series. And sure enough, who's in the finals? Flipside Tactics and iBuyPower Cosmic. Mike Rules is on Flipside. Kernovi is on iBuyPower. The two people that, in theory, taught me how to play this game are going up against each other. Like how far, like that was amazing. Like watching that game, I'm like, oh my god! Like these two guys, I've seen them play together in a team, like scrims or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, these, like, I don't know if Mike has it or if Kernobi has it, a video that says this is how this is how to play together, or this is how tag team should work, something like that. The video title is something along the lines of that, or this is how teamwork should be, or something like that, right? Yeah. And both of these guys are just knocking the ball, like they're literally passing to each other, which there is no pass button. You literally just bump the ball, right? Yeah. And they're passing to each other, like dead on passing. Like this dude is up in the air and the other guy manages to get it right in front of his car. Like, I don't know how the hell they do it, but these guys are amazing, right? Like I watch their videos and I'm amazed every single time. But yeah, I mean, by now, if you did follow it, Flipside and ended up losing. iBuyPower takes the win. And dude, it's a good match when on game one, right? There's 4 minutes, so each match is 5 minutes long, right? It's 4 minutes into game one, and finally the first goal gets scored. There's only a minute left, and the first goal gets scored. Yeah, like that's 4 minutes of just back and forth, like that. That's how you know it's going to end up being a good match. A lot there. I think there was 2 overtimes. They just kept going back and forth, dude. It was such a good match. Anybody, I think it's RLCS on Twitch. Go watch the highlights or whatever. It's amazing. Like playing this game myself. If I'm 3-0 at one point, I'm forfeiting. Like I'm done. I'm telling my team, like, dude, just forfeit. We're not gonna catch up, right? These guys are 3-0 and they go back, they bounce back, it's 3-3 and they lose 5-3. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't do that. My morale is gone if I'm down 3,
Yeah, why? Why is it gone?
Because you just got shitted on. You're 3-0. So? It's hard to bounce back, man. Oh, yeah? It's hard to bounce back. I mean, you can, but once you're down 3-0, it's a struggle. And obviously, it all depends on how much time is left also. And these guys, they just have the moves down packed. Like, wall riding, hitting the ball, like, timing it so perfectly that it goes on goal and shit. Like, impossible shots. Yeah. Really amazing, though. Like, honestly, actually, here's the thing. So, Flipside, they lost in the tournament, they lost in their first game, meaning they got bumped down to the losers bracket. They ended up fighting back from the losers bracket to basically first round in the losers bracket to climb up to play the championship game. So had they won the first set, they would have to play another set. So because they're coming in from the losers bracket, so they had to win twice. But still, dude, like just fucking insane. So speaking of tournaments, there was a Call of Duty tournament in, I believe, MLG Orlando. I know you don't care, but Optic Gaming won that one as well. Shout out to Optic Gaming. Just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, man. That's been my weekend in a nutshell. Actually, here it is. I played a game called Poop. Wait, it's called Poop, right? Yeah, Poop, the game. It's a card game that plays a lot like Uno, right?
Yeah.
And so whatever, you're dealt poop cards, and then there's toilet cards, right? You flip the toilet, and there's a number in there, and basically whoever's playing goes back and forth dropping their poop cards, and you have to keep the number below the toilet card. Okay. If you go over it, you clog the toilet, and you have to get all of the cards that are there. Basically, whoever clears their hand first wins. Right. Dude, fun game if you're playing with a lot of people. Not so fun if you're playing with just two people. But there's like different rule variants and whatnot that you can play around with. And the instructions come with like a drinking game variant, and it comes, I think, with 4 or 5 other different game types as well that kind of mixes up how you play. But it's funny, like some of the wild cards, it's like if you play this wild card, you have to make the noise every time it's your turn until it gets flushed out, right? Right. So there's one that's like you got to hold your nose because it stinks, or you got to make a fart noise, or you got to lean and make a fart noise. Like it's just a party game, you know?
Yeah.
But really, really interesting, really fun. I gotta wait for Juan. I'll definitely play with Juan because I think he's gonna take it literal and actually fart every single time.
Oh my god.
We'll see, but
that'd be special.
He definitely does have a special butthole. He'll be able to manage that one. That guy amazes me every time.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, man, that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't really have anything either, man.
That's it for this week. Gonna wrap it?
I think so.
Short show?
I'm looking around to make sure that there's nothing else and I'm forgetting.
Did you go back to We Happy Few?
No, I haven't played any games, dude.
Wow.
I've been working, dude. It's been like 12 hour days. 12 hour days, bro.
Man's watching Suicide Squad multiple times.
Dude, I got home that night, Thursday night, at like 12:30 maybe, or 12:40. I was up again at like 5 to go back to work. And then I worked another... What time did I stop? I worked 10 hours that day, and then I went to the movie again. No. Wait, 11. I worked 11 hours that day, and then I went to the movie again. Yeah. So, I mean, that's how much I'm working, dude. There's not much time, you know? I got home on Friday, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, dude. Just for like 10:30, something like that. I was like, I'm gonna sleep. That's it. So... I haven't done anything really game wise, so
hear my dog in the background.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today. I should probably go play with him. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and cut it. You can find us on pretty much many things. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at TrueOz. That's at JSpin. Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher. What else? I think that's it for now.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, just find it. Yeah, play True Drool. Peace.